Good morning. Yeah, we're recording. Yay. I'm here. I'm with Annie, and it's 8:20 on Tuesday morning. No idea what the date is, so as long as nobody asks me the date, I'm fine. Yeah. Well, how are we all? Not much has changed with me. I'm still staying home. I'm still not going shopping. I'm not doing anything. I still haven't driven my car. I'm plucking up courage. I might take it out today. It's been driven. Peter's driven it. We went out for a drive the other week, a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I'm not walking. I'm not doing my walking, so my hips have been bad. Because I don't know about you. I don't know if it's because I live with somebody that's really paranoid, that he's got me a bit paranoid. And yeah, where we live, it's very quiet. It's on a road, so it's houses. But if I go one way for my walk, I have to walk on a tiny little path that was only room for one person, so I don't want to pass anybody that way. And if I go the other way, there's like an alleyway where I have to pass people. No. So I've been trying to work out a little route to do, and I haven't succeeded yet. Anyway, going to be changing Annie. Before I do that, look at this I knitted. Look how can you see it on the plastic? Haven't finished yet. It's a set. Well, it's going to be a set for. How tiny is that? Look, that's going to be from a little Holly. Hopefully, the buttons are too big. I had trouble getting them in the buttonholes, so I've got to find some smaller buttons. And it's going to be a set with a bonnet, with bonnets and trousers and booties. So I've got some ribbon, very pale pink, a white, pale blue, and a white that arrived yesterday. So I'll do a bit more knitting today. She's been a trouble. I'll pop that out. Come on. There's a big girl. Yes. Yeah. Very stroppy yesterday, didn't you? You had a strop on, but never mind. Never mind. We still love you. Let's do these poppers. Wow. I don't know whether I saw a tag or whether I dreamt it. So I haven't got a clue. But it was all about ghosts. My back's going to ache doing this. And did you believe in ghosts? Yeah. I believe in them because too much has happened. I've seen or heard or felt too many things to disbelieve. So unless I know any different, I will believe. I have seen one. It wasn't human, it was a dog. Where we used to live, a lovely romper, where we used to live in the house we bought before this one, we owned before this one, there was an old larder in the kitchen. You couldn't walk in it, it was just a big larder. Do you know what a larder is? A pantry? Yeah, I'm sure you do. It's got shelves in where you store, well, years ago, before fridges, you would have had that as where you kept your food. But I just had it like of tins and things like that, and on the floor, bags of potatoes and things. And I was bending down, getting some potatoes out one day, and I was getting these potatoes out like this, as you do, bending in the cupboard, and this black head of a dog was next to me, well, the whole dog. And I thought it was my Ben. If you don't know, my Ben was a black Labrador. He passed away. But yeah, now I thought it was Ben, who was still alive at the time. So I went, keep your nose out, as you do. I turned up, turned round this way, looked out the kitchen window, and Ben was at the bottom of the garden, and the back door was closed. Yeah. I went cold, and I thought, my God, it was a black dog sitting next to me. I'll tell you no lie, he was there. I went and told Peter, but I don't think he believed me. He thought I was going mad. He said it was Ben. I said, no, it wasn't. The back door was closed. He was at the bottom of the garden. And we had a long garden. I could see him down the bottom of the garden. Yeah, so I swear to this day that I've seen a ghost, a doggy ghost, or a ghost dog. Kneel down. And as I worked in hospitals before, the last ward I worked on was quite a modern ward. It wasn't an old hospital as such. But yeah, we got it on the way around. Yeah, there was a big room where, because I work nights, I always work nights, where we used to have our break. We used to put our feet up and have a little sleep. Anyway, this room was second stage recovery, because that part of the ward was for day surgery. And a lot of nurses wouldn't even go in this room because it had a funny atmosphere. There was only me and one other that would take our breaks in there because so many things happened. If you laid on one of the beds, they were obviously not made up beds because you wouldn't do that, but laid on one of these beds that was in a certain corner, we all woke up but as though somebody was strangling you and you couldn't move. Just that one place. There was beds all around this room. They weren't made up, obviously, because they were for people coming back from theatre. So nobody would go in this apart from me and my friend. But if you went in there, as long as you pulled the curtains around that particular bed, you was fine. And I was in there one day, and I was up the other end, and it sounded like I pulled the curtains around me, it's because I block out the light from the window, and so I could have half an hour's shut eye, and I could hear somebody just standing outside the curtains screwing up crinkly paper, and that really put the wind up me, and I couldn't move. I was so pleased when somebody come and called me, said, Jean, you know, your half hour's up. I was so pleased I could come out then. But yeah. And old hospitals, I've worked in old hospitals, one that was closing down, and there was just 2 wards left open on this old hospital. And it used to be a workhouse, or the site of a workhouse, before it was a hospital. And as I say, it was 2 wards left before they knocked the thing down. And I did some bank work there, some temporary work. And I used to have to walk through the entire length of this hospital, past all these empty wards. And I know you can spook yourself out, you really can. And but you had to go down to the restaurant where they left up sandwiches or whatever. And one of these nurses, she refused to walk down on her own. She just wouldn't. It didn't worry me. I used to do that. But she'd come back from her break one day, she said, is everybody in their beds? I said, yeah, nobody's moved, because it was a big old ward, and you know, you all went round. Sorry, darling. You went round all these different bays, and oh, it was really odd, really odd. The the layout of it, because you went through one door and there was another couple of beds, and there was loos, and there's a spiral staircase off of that. Really, really weird layout to this hospital, as I say, because it was a workhouse before and just had bits put onto it. And she came back absolutely petrified from her break one day. And I said, well, what's the matter? Everybody's in their bed. She said, somebody's just shook me. She'd gone to put her feet up in the day room and dozed off. And she said this old lady was peering into her face, shaking her awake. And then the old lady just went. And nobody had left my ward. We was down to one ward open then. Nobody had left. They were all in their beds to sleep, or fidgeting as they do, but nobody had left that ward. Yeah. So many things has happened. Even here where we live, this bungalow was built in 1946-ish. Yeah, 1940s. And Pete swears blind somebody sits on the end of the bed at night. He says, I feel the bed going down. He said, somebody sits on there at night. And I was in the lounge last night watching some telly, and he'd gone to bed, and I got up to make a drink. And he said to me, is that you? I said, of course it's me. Who else do you think it is? And he said, oh, very often, he said, you're in there watching telly. He said, I hear the floorboards creak as though somebody's walked down the hall and there's nobody there. And he said, he said, don't spook me. He said, I'll wait and see if you've gone in the loo or the kitchen. He said, and you're not there. So too many things has happened. When we first moved in here, you used to get the waft of cigarette smoke every so often, as though somebody's walked past you smoking, and then it's gone. So, yeah. Have you had any encounters of the supernatural kind? That's mine. Yeah. When I was telling you about the ward where nobody would sleep in this one room, nobody would go there for breaks, we had a nurse come, an agency nurse one night, and she come from loads of miles away. Can't remember, a lot distance away she came to do an agency shift. And then we worked across 2 wards. And I went across and showed her where to go for a break. I went back to see if, and as I say, I looked after a ward while she was gone. And I said to her when she come back, I said, everything okay? Did you sleep? She said, well, I did. But there's something very strange about that room. I didn't tell her that half the staff would go in there. Well, over half the staff. There was only 2 of us that would. And the night sisters used to come down to have their break there before all this happened and started happening, and they refused to come down anymore. So there's my Annie. Looking absolutely gorgeous. This is a pretty girl. Yeah, you can have a good day today. You can have a good day today. Yeah. These are from John Lewis. There must have been an eBay buy. Yeah. We haven't got a John Lewis here, so they would have been an eBay buy. There we are. Got a giraffe on that one. Little elephants, crocodiles, giraffe, flamingo, zebras, trees. What's that? Oh, it's a big circus tent. Where's it gone? Circus tents. Right. I'm going to go. Have a lovely day. Whatever you're doing, have fun. It's grey here, grey all day today. It's been really hot the last couple of days, but yeah, it's grey. I'm going to do some more. Do you know, it's so tiny. I don't know if it's going to fit. Oh, what was that? Funny noise then. Funny noise. Look how tiny it is. In the pattern, it has lace around, but don't know if I'm going to use add the lace. It's quite a nice pattern. Oh. Right, I'm going to get on and do some things. Have a lovely day. See you all soon. Bye bye.